Hello, I'm going to talk a little bit about the stars, just to mention the several stories and songs and things I've forgotten actually. This morning I was out and I saw the morning star for the first time in a while. It was hiding, and in Serrano we call that Nunun. It's like that's the older aunt. And my other aunt, Cahuilla, Mrs. Sobel, she's gone now. But when I talked to her first about songs and stuff, she mentioned the So What Nina. So what the nina, so what the nina, so what the nina, so what the nina, so. That's a wonderful double step bird song. And it says, the cactus wren says, go and hide, go and hide. As the sun is coming up, it's sunrise, and this calling to the stars to go and hide. And sure enough, they do. When the sun comes up, they're all hiding. So that was a nice story, I thought. And then Tahokam, the seven sisters, six or, well, we have seven because one is the youngest one is part of the story, and there's a little kid song that says, "Where shall we rise up?" They're looking for the place where they're going to go up into the sky to stay, and I've forgotten the tune for that. And actually, cousin Kim sings a bird song about the seven sisters. Then there is a Milky Way story, and I forget who was racing, but that's what we see in the sky. I see either deer, an elk, or a coyote, and I don't, and jackrabbit. I have forgotten. But one of the serious ones is Orion's belt, and that's the for Turkmen, the Nukil, the week-long ceremonies. And in October was when, the middle of October is when you would see that. And for the Serrano, Maragam, that was when we had our ceremony. And then next year, Palm Springs hot water engines would have theirs in February. And so we would exchange at those times. And it's very important, serious, important stuff going on in those ceremonies. But the story that I'm just going to highlight it. During the Spanish time, when they had the missions, Mission San Gabriel, they came, and there was one man who knew where all the families lived, where the kids were. So he led the Padre and soldiers, I guess. They had a contingent to take the kids to become neophytes. And they needed people and youngsters. So they one of those that they took from this area was my great grandaunt. That was one of Juan Ramon's aunts, and we don't know her name because it used to be that you would repeat the name of a person who's gone, and so I don't know what it is right now. But what happened was they took the kids to the mission, and then it came time when they were there a number of years, and then I guess when they were going to close the mission, they married the different kids off the different ages, well, marriageable age by this time. And so our grandaunt was chosen by a man from the south. So he got married and he took her home. and except the women, mom and his sisters didn't like her, and so she wanted to come home and wanted to escape her situation, and she did, but she had to travel at night. She left during the day when the people were gone off. They would leave the household during the daytime, and so she planned her escape at that time and saved food from meals. And the story goes, and she traveled as far as she could one day and then hid, and her husband came looking for her and couldn't find her, went back, and she traveled during the night. And it took her 3 nights to reach Soboba, and there she went to a household, and a man came to the door and recognized right away that she was on the run. And they fed her, and they gave her some food, and he told her, he spoke Serrano. This is Soboba, so the people were at that time were Serrano living there. And he said, they're going to come after you, so make sure when you get home, tell your people to go. And so she came, couldn't find him at Morongo, and went to Mission Creek, and they weren't there, and she finally went to 29 Palms, and they weren't there, and so she went and hid on top of a hill on a mountain. And in the morning she saw smoke in the distance, and she knew that's where they were, up in Big Bear somewhere on this side. And she told the story about her life every chance she had. And so we had that story in our telling. And Grand Aunt Sarah Martin was the one who recorded it for us, and we have that still today. We talk about that. So there's lots, a whole lot. So thank you very much.